I was about 8 years old in 1971 when I first watched the Brady Bunch visit a ghost town, and since then, visiting a ghost town was one of the things on my bucket list. And through the years, I've made it to a few: Ballarat and Death Valley, Rhyolite, and this one, Bodie, California. To say the least, Bodie is very remote, lying in the desert on the eastern edge of the Sierra Nevada mountains and Yosemite National Park. Bodie is about halfway between Bridgeport to the north and Lee Vining to the south. Lee Vining can get up to 6 feet of snow per year, and if you're from the east, keep in mind that Tioga Pass, across the mountains, closes in the fall and remains closed sometimes through April and May. Lee Vining was the home of one of the earliest silent film actresses, Nellie Bly. The scenery around Bodie is spectacular, and it changes quickly. There's the bright yellow aspens in the fall, the clear mountain lakes, winding roads, and the majestic snow-covered mountains. There's just so much to see within a very short distance. Turning off of Highway 395 onto Bodie Road is a little bit deceiving. It's about 11 miles to Bodie, and at about halfway the road turns to dirt, which, although passable in a rented minivan, was very rough. Our advice is park the RV in Lee Vining and take the Toad. And if you're lucky, like we were, you may get to see some modern-day shepherds driving their flock out on the open range. Hearing the news about gold being discovered in 1849, Mr. Bodie left Poughkeepsie, New York, and sailed to San Francisco. After he discovered gold with a small group of prospectors, they founded a small mining camp at the site in 1859, just before the Civil War. Bodie did not want to leave his gold, so to speak, and decided to winter over at the site. He and his Indian companion traveled to Monoville, which is now Mono City, to get supplies. But during their return they were caught in a blizzard, and Bodie could not travel on. His Indian companion forged on, and Bodie froze to death. They found his body the next spring. In 1876, a rich gold vein was discovered, and overnight Bodie's population just exploded. In 1879, it is estimated that there were about 10,000 people living in Bodie, and there were more than 2,000 buildings in total. The main street was over a mile long, with more than 65 saloons, complete with a red light district and opium dens and a small Chinatown. This was truly a Wild West town, with almost daily shootouts, murders, and stagecoach holdups. Legend has it that there was an epidemic in the town, and a local prostitute came to the care of many of the town's menfolk and provided aid and comfort while they were dying. But when it came time for Rosa May to meet her maker, The kind and genteel town folks buried her outside of the cemetery fence. In its heyday, Bodie boasted a railway and one of the first electric generating stations in distribution in 1892, and this was the first transmission of electrical power over long distances in the United States. Bodie even boasted a water system, fire hydrants, and other modern conveniences. But the gold ran out quickly, and Bodie was first called a ghost town in 1915, with the 1920 census only showing 120 souls left in town. In 1942, the government shut everything down, all the non-essential gold mines, etc., and the town just could not recover. And in 1943, there were only 3 people still living in the town. Even with all of the modern conveniences for its time, life in Bodie must have been rough, as the winds on the exposed plateau can reach at least 100 miles an hour, and there's an average of 303 nights every year which are below freezing. The average snowfall is about 8 feet. So, if you plan to visit, make sure it's before late fall and after late spring. Until next time, travel safely and take care.